Right now at 10, Mother Nature isn't done yet. Snow continues to fall across Minnesota and Wisconsin. And a daycare provider in Bangor is charged with child neglect after a baby is found to have multiple fractures. Plus, a delicate balance. State officials are trying to minimize trauma to kids while they train for active threats.
You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 10.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at 10. I'm Ken Kozarowski. Goodbye mild February, hello snow this week. The whole Coulee region seeing several inches of snow thanks to a second winter storm system making its way through. And now we go to Chief Meteorologist Bill Grahl for the latest.
Yeah, you figured we were due after the previous two missed us just to the south, so it was kind of our turn, so to speak. So yeah, we were kind of in the middle of this winter storm across our area. In fact, snow continues to fly here in downtown La Crosse, mainly light snow now. And as you can see on the interstate up in Onalaska, not a lot of traffic, and those of you who are needing to venture out, make sure you allow plenty of extra time, slower speeds. Watch for those slick spots in terms of ice and snow. Now notice how the snow has become a little bit more scattered in nature on the radar here. You can see some snow showers around the La Crosse area and just south of Onalaska as well. And then Eau Claire, you're kind of in a lull right now, but you've got some snow up towards Bloomer and just south of Mondovi. What's happening, and I talked about this at 5 and 6, we're getting what we call a dry slot, and this is very common with these stronger storms moving across Iowa. So that's going to kind of shut down the snow for a time tonight, maybe some freezing drizzle or mist with that. But see the moisture over in Nebraska and northern Kansas? That could increase the snow shower activity again late tonight and into tomorrow morning. So still that winter storm warning through noon tomorrow. Periods of snow, maybe some freezing drizzle at times as that drier air wraps into the area. We still could see another maybe inch or two, perhaps 3 inches at most in the La Crosse area, more to the north and less to the south. Temperatures aren't going to move much, low to mid 20s right now. They stay in the low to mid 20s overnight. Watch those winds as well, causing a lot of blowing and drifting snow, especially on the ridge tops and in the open areas. And if your school is open tomorrow, lots of closures. Make sure you check our website and our weather app. Temperatures in the low to mid 20s. That snow will taper during the morning hours. I'll talk more details about, again, how much more snow to expect and have some snowfall reports for you coming up as well.
All right. Thanks a lot, Bill.
Okay.
And of course, as we saw with CityCam and some of those traffic cams, there is snow piling up in the area. And Governor Tony Evers of Wisconsin has declared an energy emergency in the state to free up more resources for energy companies to restore power across the state if there are widespread outages. And again, we are seeing the snow start to pile up in La Crosse. News 8 Now's Emily Haugen joins us live from downtown La Crosse, where streets clearly covered in snow. Good evening, Emily.
Hi, Ken. Yeah, the snow is definitely coming down. It honestly kind of hurts a little bit. But downtown is a lot more dead than ordinarily is. There are some people who have made their way down here, but definitely not as busy as you normally see it. So I've got this ruler from Bill. We're gonna see how much there is on the street. So it looks like it's like 2 inches or so, and of course they've ran the plow through a few times. But even so, you can see on the roads it's not safe. It's very slushy. And on busier roads, like higher traveled ones, like Highway 16, it's super icy. So if you have to go out there, make sure you stay safe. And speaking of going out there, if you have to leave tonight or tomorrow and your car's been outside for a little bit, you're gonna need to wipe it off. Even us, we've only been out here for like 15, 20 minutes and we need to wipe it off. This is not a very good example, but just so you know, if you don't wipe it all the way, you could get a ticket. So give yourself plenty of time and stay safe out there. Live in downtown La Crosse, this is Emily Haugen. Back to you, Ken.
You can also keep an eye on road conditions by using 511 in Wisconsin. That's 511. Parking on streets in the city of La Crosse. The city declared a snow emergency earlier this week, so alternate side parking is in effect. On odd-numbered calendar days, park on the side of the street with odd-numbered addresses, and then on even-numbered days, park on the even-numbered side. The snow emergency is in effect until 6 p.m. Friday, but the city could extend it if more time is needed to clear the streets. And as Bill alluded to a few minutes ago, many area schools are closing, calling off evening activities, or switching to online classes in light of this weather. Area organizations are also closing doors early or closing tomorrow. The YMCA now closed, and school-age childcare is canceled for La Crosse, Onalaska, and Holmen. Way for Food Pantry in La Crosse is closed tomorrow, and La Crosse County Senior Nutrition sites are closed tomorrow. To see all school, church, and area organization closings, just head to our website. We've got a red banner at the top of the screen with a link to that closings page. Nice and easy. Wintry conditions can pose some significant risks to the public. Icy walkways and driveways can cause any person of any age to take a tumble. For older adults, falls like these can be life-threatening and cause serious fractures to hips and arms. Health experts say cardiovascular issues like heart attacks tend to go up during the winter, especially when shoveling heavy snow. If you're experiencing symptoms of a heart attack or believe you may have broken a bone, don't let snowy weather stop you from dialing 911.
We want you to call. We want you to come in. If you need 911 and an ambulance to get you to us, then we would encourage you to do that. People still have heart attacks and strokes and severe infections and seizures and things that happen even on bad weather days.
Now, if you aren't active or have a history of heart disease, ask a friend or family member to help you with all that shoveling. A Bangor woman is charged with child neglect and operating a daycare without a license. Heather Reed appeared virtually before a La Crosse County judge today. According to a criminal complaint, an infant's parents became concerned about their child when they noticed the baby had a swollen leg and bruising. Doctors found the baby had fractures on their skull, ribs, and legs. Reed runs a daycare out of her home. She denied seeing anything happen to the baby while the baby was in her care. While investigating, authorities found out Reed does not have a license to care for the amount of children she had in her home. If convicted on both counts, Reed faces up to 13.5 years in prison. Reed is free on a signature bond. A preliminary hearing is set for next week. Estimated turnout for yesterday's spring primary was 20.5% of Wisconsin's voting age population. That is the highest turnout for a spring primary in at least 20 years. La Crosse County saw a turnout of 24%. And a major poll for voters was likely the state Supreme Court race. Out of 4 candidates, Milwaukee County Circuit Judge Janet Protasewicz and former Justice Dan Kelly are advancing to the spring election. Protasewicz, a liberal candidate, has made her stance on hot-button issues like abortion very clear, running ads saying she supports women's right to choose. Former Justice Kelly, a conservative candidate, says voters want someone with a proven record of following the state's constitution. Kelly was endorsed by former President Trump during his run 2 years ago and did work for both the state and national GOP. Outside groups have already spent over $9 million for this race. Meanwhile, in the race for La Crosse's school board, we now have the 8 final candidates vying for 4 open seats. The one candidate who did not make it through the primary last night was Kevin Hunt. Top vote getters during the primary were Deb Sukla, who was on the school board from 2001 to 2018, and Scott Neumeister, who is wrapping up a term on La Crosse's Common Council representing the city's north side. There was a meeting about the La Crosse School District's upcoming referendum tonight. It started at 6, ran about an hour and change. The question on the ballot will be asking voters if the district can extend a 6-year increase of a 2018 operational referendum. Now, tonight was the first of 6 informational meetings. 2 of the upcoming meetings are going to be virtual. Wisconsin's Office of School Safety is trying to minimize psychological trauma when schools train for active threat situations. Attorney General Josh Kaul says the office is presenting to law enforcement, EMS, private security, and school officials on best practices during training exercises. The goal is to have multiple groups of people on the same page and to emphasize recovery after a situation is clear. Kaul says while school shootings have become more common in America, having sensitivity play a role in training can make that training more successful.
The phrase that our Office of School Safety uses is no drama, no trauma. So if there are drills that prepare kids and they're able to do it in a way where they remember what they need to do if a situation arises, but they're not unnecessarily put in a fearful position, that helps keep our kids free from trauma.
Kaul says he is hopeful the next state budget can fund more of these efforts. The program is currently using federal ARPA dollars that run out at the end of this year. Coming up after the break, interest rates are still high, but the Biden administration taking a different step to try and help prospective homeowners. And milk alternatives are on the rise, but the FDA says consumers don't know what truly sets them apart.
Get the last roof you'll ever need right now with steel roofing from Menards. Steel roofing offers the best wind resistance and superior hail resistance. It's the choice of more and more homeowners in the Midwest. Steel roofing is available in cut-to-your-length panels for fast installation. Choose from 25 beautiful colors in-store or online. Save big money and get 11% off all steel roofing products right now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
In the Northland, the future belongs to everyone. So we created the all-time best-selling SUV for everyone, Ford Explorer. with an available 3-liter EcoBoost V6 engine that delivers 400 horsepower in one stylish package. Because the SUV of the future is made for the Northland. Ford Explorer. Drive one today. Now get 0% financing for 36 months plus $1,000 in open trade assist on Explorer, Edge, and Escape. Only at your Northland Ford dealers.
A better kitchen now. A better design, new features, and beautiful new cabinets will bring joy to your kitchen. Our designers will show you all the possibilities with new cabinets, new countertops, sink and faucet, tile backsplash, lighting, and flooring. Choose and relax knowing everything will be handled by the board store's carpenters, electricians, and plumbers. Your best kitchen experience and the lowest price of the year during the 20th Annual Early Bird Home Show, only at the board store, 524 Copeland Avenue, La Crosse.
Would-be homeowners are facing the prospect of high mortgage rates these days. Well, the Biden administration is trying to provide them relief another way. The government plans to lower mortgage insurance premiums by 0.3%. It's expected to save about 850,000 home buyers about $800 apiece on financing costs this year. Now, the reduction will only apply to loans insured by the Federal Housing Administration. The FDA is cracking down on 4 e-cigarette companies. The agency says the companies don't have FDA approval to sell their products in the U.S., and they didn't listen to FDA warnings to take their products off the market. The maximum fine is more than $19,000 for each violation. The companies now have 30 days to pay the fines, settle, request an extension, or request a hearing. An FDA official says this should be a wake-up call to all tobacco product manufacturers. In the meantime, the FDA has sent out new guidance recommending milk alternative companies should be more transparent with their nutrition facts. They're asking manufacturers of products like soy, oat, and almond milk to add a nutrient label that shows how they compare to dairy milk. An example would be something like contains lower amounts of vitamin D and calcium than milk. The FDA says they're concerned customers don't actually know what's in those milk alternatives. Still ahead, Gunderson Health System honors some young heroes. 5 new Children's Miracle Network ambassadors are going to help raise money for kids battling chronic illness.
And I'm Chief Meteorologist Bill Grahl. We've got snow continuing in downtown La Crosse, 24 degrees. Eau Claire, more of the same, 20 degrees for you folks with a wind chill of 4. Here's Interstate 94 up near Menominee, and this is the scene all across the region. So be prepared for wintry driving conditions overnight tonight if you must be out and about, even for that Thursday morning commute. I'll let you know how much more snow we can expect with my 8-day forecast after the break.
Used car prices have dropped an average of 10% from last year's high. With live market pricing at Dahl Auto and the area's largest inventory with over 330 pre-owned vehicles, now is the time to buy. Start shopping at dahlauto.com.
Cedar Creek now offers Trackman golf simulators. So real, you'll think you're there. Trackman uses Doppler radar to improve your game shot after shot and lower your score. Golf is some of the most iconic courses in the world. Sign up today. Winter leagues start in January. Tee times booked online only. The season continues.
102.7 WKBH.
Hey, it's Kelly Wild from Magnum Media, and I've been getting inklings. My wife Susie telling me that 102.7 WKBH is on all over the place. Well, now the results are in, and thank you very much. Out of all the radio stations in La Crosse County, you made 102.7 WKBH number 1.
When you watch News 8 Now, expect exclusives.
An incident at a Black River Falls school where a staff member appears to have made a racist remark toward a student.
It just needed to be seen. You don't talk like that to kids.
The BRF School District Superintendent has confirmed to News 8 Now that a staff member has resigned.
Expect community.
Hair is a form of expression. For Choya Woods, hair acceptance wasn't simple.
But our hair, skin color, these are things we can't change.
In every department at Doll Auto, you'll find people who've been in the industry for decades. In over 100 years at Doll Auto, we've learned to value experience. After working with our team, you'll value our experience too. Doll Auto, simple.
20th Annual Early Bird Home Show, lowest prices of the year on 2023 projects. Only at the Board Store Home Improvements, 524 Copeland Avenue, La Crosse. Get started today.
Welcome back, everybody. We're taking another live look outside at the road conditions as snow continues to fall during this second round of the two-part system. There's a significant amount of snow that's covered the downtown La Crosse area. And of course, Bill Grahl has shown us a bunch of traffic cam footage, or even on major interstates, the plow schedule, Bill. You'll see maybe one lane that's relatively clear, but even that clear-looking lane we're hearing is still pretty slick out there. So any way you slice it, conditions are not ideal if you're out and about.
Well, and one of the problems not only is the snow falling, but every now and then we get a little bit of lull in the snow and you get kind of some freezing drizzle or mist. And so that exposed pavement kind of glazes over a little ice. So you really need to use some caution out there on the roads. Even if it looks like it's dry pavement, it could very well be icy. All right, storm summary so far. Snow reports have ranged from just a couple of inches far south to 6 inches plus here in La Crosse. To as much as 9, even approaching 10 inches in some of our northern and northwestern communities. Now for tonight, periods of snow, windy with blowing. For tonight as well. And if it's not snowing, again, there could be some pockets of freezing drifts. That's drizzle and mist put together. See, I'm trying to save time there. Possible at times. And snow chances taper in the morning. Still a bit breezy though tomorrow as well. All right, here's some specific snowfall reports, some of the more recent ones. Stevenstown, just under 9 inches. Hatfield, 8.5. 8 inches in Winona and Warrens. 8 inches in Cataract as well. 7 inches in Neilsville and 6 inches out at the La Crosse Airport. But again, this report was as of 6 o'clock this evening, so we are 4 hours from that time, so that could be a little bit higher. Currently, radar showing the more persistent snow starting to kind of lift to the north and east, but still snow shower activity around the La Crosse area. In fact, you saw Emily's live shot in downtown La Crosse. She was kind of in this snow shower that's now lifting towards Onalaska and Holmen at this time. Eau Claire, a little bit of a break for you, but some snow showers up near Chippewa Falls and Bloomer. And again, this will start to move back into your area kind of in hit and miss fashion as that drier air kind of being wrapped into the system. This is very common. We get these what we call dry slots with these strong storm systems where drier air aloft is wrapped in, kind of shuts the snow down for a little bit. And these areas are where we'll see that freezing drizzle and or mist at times. Now, back to the west, there's another little surge of moisture coming out of the Front Range and into parts of South Dakota and Nebraska. That's forecast across our area late tonight into tomorrow morning, perhaps just in time for the morning commute. So keep that in mind that we are not done with this system quite yet. We've still got the snow showers out there right now, and we could see some snow showers all the way through mid-morning of our Thursday. In fact, Sky Tracker shows that scattered snow showers. Here's that little burst that we could be dealing with around 6 o'clock tomorrow morning, especially near and north of La Crosse. And then that quickly moves out by about mid-morning. Things should really start to quiet down, maybe just some flurries or isolated snow showers towards lunchtime and into the afternoon. Clearing tomorrow night, that's going to set the stage for a cold night. Many spots in the single digits above and below zero. Friday, most of the day dry. A little disturbance Friday night. Might squeeze out some snow showers in spots, but nothing like we're seeing from this storm. So additional snowfall totals. Again, this is on top of what has already fallen. Maybe another inch, 2, 3 inches tops in the La Crosse area, lower amounts to the south. Kind of a stripe of 2 to 4 inches in our north central communities. And then perhaps 4 inches plus near and especially north of Eau Claire. So again, we're not quite done with this system yet. Again, a winter wonderland out there. You snow fans probably pretty happy. And road condition report, no surprise here. A lot of lavender on the screen indicating completely covered in terms of snow and or ice. That includes the La Crosse area, if not completely, partially covered. Same with the Eau Claire and Chippewa Falls area, completely to partially covered roads as well. Also, watch that visibility in the snow showers. They've been dropping below a mile at times. And then with those windy conditions, that will cause some reduced visibility as well. And even during the day, boy, I was out and about today and some of those heavier snow showers, a lot of folks with their lights not on. You got to turn them on so that we can see you coming and we can see your tail lights as well. All right, 22 degrees tonight, periods of snow and windy. And again, we could still see some pockets of freezing drizzle or mist as that drier air wraps in. Snow tapers by mid-morning tomorrow, still a bit breezy, a high of 25. Colder Friday, look at that morning low of 1. That slight chance of snow showers Friday night. Drier for the weekend, and then that system on Monday might be more rain than snow with highs in the upper 30s. But those temperatures in the 30s, pretty typical for this time of year, average high up to 35. But cold and snowy the next 24 hours or so.
All right. Thanks a lot, Bill.
Okay.
And as Bill's alluded to a few times earlier in the day, this has been a storm system that stretches well beyond Wisconsin and Minnesota. 75 million people in 29 states were under winter weather alerts today. Jennifer Mayerly has more from the Twin Cities.
A state trooper on I-80 in Rawlins, Wyoming was nearly hit when an out-of-control semi-truck barreled off the snowy highway. Elsewhere in the state, the snow was heavy at times in Westfield. In Utah, the snow made driving difficult, leading to road closures and restrictions. One resident of Salt Lake City even took a dog sled to the streets. In the Midwest, a reporter demonstrated how much ice is now covering vehicles in Kalamazoo, Michigan.
See, even if you try to scrape it, it's a little difficult to get through.
In Minnesota, falling snow affected visibility on I-94 in Clay County and brought howling winds to Mankato. The storm delivered a first round to Minneapolis, but up to 1.5 feet more could fall by Thursday, stranding some travelers at airports.
They told me that they can't give me a voucher to get a hotel or anything like that, or food for my son. So we're kind of just stuck here.
The airport was also shut down in Sioux Falls, South Dakota.
It's very frustrating. It's been a long time since I've had to sleep in an airplane. I could be doing a lot of other things, and I don't have to do things, but I could be. And so it's another day out of my life.
The system even delivered snow to Seattle.
To see it still snowing, I was kind of like, oh, you know, not what I expect going into March.
The storm is next heading to New England. Jennifer Mayerly, CBS News, Minneapolis.
Coming up tonight in sports, it's going to be a busy day Thursday for a lot of high school athletes, but it was a big game tonight for Wisconsin men's basketball. Badgers back at home in need of a win against conference rival Iowa. Rob's got those highlights next.
News 8 Now Sports is brought to you by Mayo Clinic Health System. At Mayo Clinic Health System, get personalized specialty care with access to experts from orthopedics to neurosurgery and cardiology to cancer care, all close to home.
Right now, get an extra 25% off Slumberland's low prices during the final week of our huge President's Sale. Come see our special offers throughout the store. The final week of our huge President's Sale at Slumberland Furniture with an extra 25% off.
In the Northland, the future belongs to everyone. So we created the all-time best-selling SUV for everyone, Ford Explorer. With an available 3-liter EcoBoost V6 engine that delivers 400 horsepower in one stylish package. Because the SUV of the future is made for the Northland. Ford Explorer. Drive one today. Now get 0% financing for 36 months plus $1,000 in open trade assist on Explorer, Edge, and Escape. Only at your Northland Ford dealers.
I've practiced personal injury law for 4 years.
For 20 years.
For 32 years.
But I won't write your will.
I don't write contracts.
And I don't handle divorces.
The law profession is broad and complex. I focus my career on one thing.
Helping injured people.
All I do every day
is help injured people get the compensation that they deserve.
At Bygoff and Rohde, that's how we get results.
High costs and hassles keeping you from building your new home? How about a new factory-built home from Town & Country Housing? Town & Country homes are $20 to $40 less per square foot than site-built homes. And once your home arrives at your site, it will be completed in weeks, not months. Choose from numerous plans, exterior features, cabinet choices, and even fireplaces. Let Town & Country help make your new home a reality. Business Highway 53 between Eau Claire and Chippewa Falls. Or visit the website at towncountryhousing.com.
Right now, get an extra 25% off Slumberland's low prices during the final week of our huge President's Sale. Come see our special offers throughout the store. The final week of our huge President's Sale at Slumberland Furniture with an extra 25% off.
News 8 Now Sports is brought to you by Mayo Health System. Here's News 8 Now's Rob Schiff.
As we get closer and closer to March, it's crunch time for the Wisconsin men's basketball team. The Badgers have just 4 games left in the regular season to impress the committee before the madness begins next month, and that first test coming tonight at home against conference rival Iowa. Let's go to the Kohl Center. Badgers 7-9 in Big Ten play so far this year, looking for a big win over the Hawkeyes. Pick it up first half. Badgers down 4, but it's Tyler Wall taking it to the cup for 2. Deficit cut in half. Then later in the first, Chucky Hepburn, nice stutter step, finds the freshman in the corner, Connor Esigian, with 3 of his game-high 17. Wisconsin jumps in front by 2. Then it's Hepburn going to work, going left, strong drive, off the glass for 2. Badgers go up by 4. Hawkeyes close the gap, though. Turney Perkins, head of steam, stops on a dime. He's going to hit the J. Badgers only up 1 at the half. Let's go to the second half now. Iowa jumps in front here. Chris Murray throws it down. Hawkeyes go ahead by 1. But the Badgers battle back. Wall hooking up with Esigian in the corner. His second 3 of the night is money. Badgers jump back in front. And then it's Hepburn getting fancy here in the paint. Chucky getting the friendly roll. Wisconsin up 57-47. And then this is going to seal it. Hepburn, gorgeous find down low to Carter Gilmore for the flush. Badgers get a much-needed win at home. They take it 64-52. More Badgers news. Former interim head coach and Wisconsin native Jim Leonhard will no longer be in the running for the Philadelphia Eagles defensive coordinator position. The former Badgers DC was planning to undergo hip surgery, take off the entire 2023 season, but when the Eagles job opened up, Leonhard expressed interest. He interviewed for the position, but both parties have decided to mutually move on. The 40-year-old Leonhard played 142 games in the NFL after entering the league as an undrafted free agent back in 2005. Well, the WIAC tournament semifinal game at Mitchell Hall between UWL and UW-Whitewater has been moved to Friday night because of the storm. Eagles were supposed to tip off tonight, but they'll get a couple of extra days to prepare. Eagles and Warhawks split their 2 matchups this season. UWL winning at Whitewater in November. Warhawks returning the favor at Mitchell Hall in January. So we'll see who takes the rubber match Friday night. The winner of that will take on the winner of Oshkosh and Eau Claire in the tournament final. On to high school hoops now. The Wisconsin girls squads are gearing up for their next round of the playoffs on Friday, but the boys teams are wrapping up the regular season tomorrow night, weather pending. As of now, these games are still a go for tomorrow. In the MVC, Aquinas will head to Central to clash with the Riverhawks, and Onalaska will travel to Holmen for a date with the Vikings. In the Cooley Conference, the Panthers looking to wrap up a perfect conference record before heading into the playoffs as a 1 seed. West Salem will travel to Arcadia. GET and Luther were supposed to play tomorrow night. That game has been moved to Saturday. In the Dairyland Conference, lots of postponements so far, but as of now, the Melman CFC game is still a go. Mustangs traveling to Cochran Fountain City for a season finale against the Pirates. And finally, on the girls' side in Minnesota, their postseason tipping off tomorrow as well. La Crescent Hoka will be at home against Zumbrota Mazeppa. Caledonia hosts Cannon Falls, and Winona Cotter welcomes in St. Charles. A loaded schedule for Thursday night if Mother Nature doesn't get in the way, of course. And most importantly, obviously our eyes will be on high school hoops, but it's going to be on the mat for sure.
Oh, yes.
Cade Overton's going to be in Madison. He's going to drive very safely to Madison tomorrow morning.
Yep.
And he's going to be there for 3 days, and it's going to be awesome.
He'll be recapping a bunch of that individual state tournament. He'll be a busy man.
Busy man.
All right.
Have fun, Cade.
Thanks a lot, Rob.
You got it.
We'll be right back.
Courage. The ability to triumph over your fears. Being scared, but trusting yourself to go for it anyway. The willingness to step out of your comfort zone, no matter the consequence. Daring to do what others around you won't. It takes courage to put the best of yourself on the line. Find your courage.
Us. This isn't us. Is it? When did we get so connected to our devices and so disconnected from each other? And when our phones have turned us into this, LT, what do you do when you're a company that sells them?
We gotta fix this.
It's time to find what we're missing. Join us in taking a break from our devices. Take the phones down for 5 challenge for 5 days, 5 hours, or even just 5 minutes.
Feels good.
And let's find us again. US Cellular, built for us.
Connection. It's baked into everything we do. And with Perkins Butcher Block, it's a great time to gather around the table. Starting at just $9.99, dig into all our mouth-watering favorites, from steaks to hearty breakfasts and more. And don't forget a fresh baked pie from our bakery. Save time and order online at perkinstogo.com.
Exciting things call for a drum roll, like this new offer on one of Wisconsin's favorite lotto games. It's Super Cash 5 will get you 6. During February, when players buy a $5 or greater Super Cash ticket, they'll get a bonus ticket with 2 additional plays for the next drawing. Only in February. This exciting offer from the Wisconsin Lottery is going fast.
At Cooley Auto, we care about making buying and servicing your cars an effortless process. From our fair pricing to our friendly staff, we are accountable to the Cooley region and are now focused on offering you the best service possible with Cooley Auto Service Center. Cooley Auto Service Center is engaged in providing you with honest, affordable, and reliable service. Service you need, care you deserve. Find out more at cooleyauto.com.
Gunderson Health System is honoring 5 new young ambassadors for Children's Miracle Network. CMN hospitals provide financial support to families with children who are facing chronic illness. So the 5 newest ambassadors will be attending community events to help raise money for future kids needing the same assistance that they did. One hero battling muscular dystrophy is pretty ready for the big job.
I'm kind of happy, but I'm also kind of nervous.
Why are you nervous?
It's because this is in front of a big TV show.
Okay.
And I don't want to screw up.
I think I speak for all of us when I say Charlie did a great job. With the money they raise, CMN hospitals offer families things like gas cards, meal vouchers during long stays at hospitals, and recommendations for durable medical equipment. We've got more information on the project on news8000.com. We'll be right back.
Yeah, I joke, my ears were her Valentine's gift a year ago. So.
Yeah.
Something I'd been thinking about, and so Valentine's Day was coming around, and I spoke to Tom a couple times, but never made anything definite, and so I just kind of made the definite plan and made it happen, and glad I did. Wish I would have done it 20 years ago.
Yeah, he can actually participate in conversations now and not just shaking his head.
Better hearing is a better life.
Looking for a bank that puts you first? Union State Bank is a community-owned bank looking to provide quality products and services to help make your banking easier. We take pride in getting to know our customers and understanding their needs. We are committed to helping you, your family, or your business with all your financial needs. We're here for you, and we welcome you to bank with us. Union State Bank, where customers and community come first. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
At Cooley Auto, we care about making buying and servicing your cars an effortless process. From our fair pricing to our friendly staff, we are accountable to the Cooley region and are now focused on offering you the best service possible with Cooley Auto Service Center. Cooley Auto Service Center is engaged in providing you with honest, affordable, and reliable service. Service you need, care you deserve. Find out more at cooleyauto.com.
Jolivet Family Farms features one of the area's largest selections of frozen seafood, including lobster tail, shrimp, scallops, North Atlantic cod loins, calamari, clams, clam strips, crawfish tails, salmon, catfish nuggets, alligator, frog legs, and seafood medley. Pick up some appetizers, French fries, onion rings, cheese curds, mac and cheese bites, and sweet potato fries. Jolivet's also has fresh produce and a homemade bakery with bread, cookies, bars, pies. Don't forget the beer or wine. All at Jolivet Family Farms, West Salem.
LaCrosse Glass and Overhead Doors has been selling, servicing, and installing garage doors since 1964 and believe garage doors should be exceptional quality and craftsmanship. We guarantee to help you select a door to fit all of your needs. We offer a large stock inventory of CHI overhead doors, including residential, commercial, rolling steel, and high-speed doors. Visit our website and design the door of your dreams with CHI Door Visions. Get your free quote today.
Again, periodic snow showers overnight, low to mid-20s. Watch those roads in the morning. Red light for the drivecast, snowy and breezy for the morning commute, and then just flurries in the afternoon.
All right, thanks a lot, Bill, and thanks for joining us tonight. We'll see you tomorrow.